gang, good afternoon. This is Friday, January the 13th. Neil with Simpler Futures, the market kind of wrap up here, review, and looking at the S&Ps as we normally do. And you can see the balance this week goes out right there at that 39.90, that level we've been talking about. But this is a pretty major accomplishment in making it all the way back up here from what was, if you remember, like 38.60 balance on the bottom, right? So you have to ask yourself, okay, well, what next, right? Okay, this was target, but what next? Well, I definitely still have in mind leaning long and preferring, some additional continuation upside, target objectives. But that certainly does not mean that right here, right now, at these prices is, the places to either enter if you're not, or add if you wanted to add, right? So, no. This is a place to trim and or take profits, not to either get long or add. In my opinion, this is my opinion. So the place to do that is a question, and then what would be the next objective? Of course, these are questions, right? What I would have in mind and what I'm looking to try to accomplish next week, and by the way, next week, Monday is a holiday, so we don't really kick things off again until Tuesday next week, but when we get started next week, late for a short week, Tuesday, I'm going to be looking to try to identify a place back here for a get long, add long on a retracement, that is meaning from lower, for the next leg up to extend the highs that we've put in this week at like 40.20. ES 4000 and the SPX, okay? So, specifically, what I've got in mind for that is a spot about right here that I'm pointing in the ES, close to 39.30. It might be 39.20. I mean, right about there. 39.30, maybe 39.20. We'll call it, split the difference, 25, something right in there. And what was this weekly right there? Yeah, let's call it 20. Yeah, 39.20, because I got a last week's weekly point of control right there. Big HV in this week right here. Naked point of control from Tuesday right there. So yeah, that's the spot. 39, call it 20 on a retrace. Don't go down there and just buy it blindly, but certainly have in mind that that's the spot that we're going to be looking and watching very attentively for a either get long if you're not, or add long for then the next leg up to extend these highs that was put in this week. And I'll target the first objective that I've got up there is going to be 40.60, and that's in the ES, not the SPX. That'd be 40.40, I guess, in the SPX, because there's like a 20-point spread, but 40.60, okay, 40.60. That's this year's yearly pivot based on last year's trade. That was last year's high-low close, add divided by 3 yearly pivot. It's also another level up there in SPX terms to deal with and do with and have to do with some pretty rather large standout open interest on the SPX. But once we get there, we can talk about what to do then. The answer will be trim some of the longs that we hopefully get done from lower at like 39.30. We'll trim some of that, let it come back in a little bit, and then mark up a next objective. I've got an idea of what I would be looking for, but I'll save that for some upcoming videos, because it's to do with I've got idea for a price objective and a length of time where I'm highly suspect that this needs to get done within before time to get serious about a pullback, like a serious pullback. But that's from definitely, in my opinion, that is down the road and from a higher level that I've got in mind. So we'll save that for some of the next couple of weeks. Okie doke. That's what I got. Good weekend, a holiday weekend. Back at it on Tuesday, and that's where we'll pick it up next. Okay. Till then, take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me